Hi, this is part 2 of the corelDRAW directions for downloading and using TrueType rhinestone fonts from MyBlingFonts.com. And what I'm going to do, we're still on corelDRAW, so we're going to open up corelDRAW, and today what I'm going to do is give you a brief tutorial on how I go about reducing the size of these fonts. There's a lot of ways to work with them, but I'm going to give you one quick and easy idea today. First of all, let's zoom in here and take a look at what we've got. I typed out 3 different words here, and these tiny words were just completely typed out using fonts that I downloaded from MyBlingFonts.com. This first one is called MyBling D8, and if you remember, you need to size it with the conversion chart. So we're going to go to the conversion chart and look at D8. MyBling D8 measures at 211. So we'll go to, what I did was took the liberty of, I sized it at 211 points. And now that is ready to go for an SS10 rhinestone. It's in cuttable form, although it's in font form. And I really want to convert it to curves because for me, heading to the cutter, you're going to get a nice clean cut if you make that final conversion. And if you remember right, we have downloaded Macro Monsters Dizzy Shaping version 3 for $10, and this makes it really easy to do this conversion stuff with these fonts. You are going to be using this part of the macro. Make sure fast is checked. And the circles that I need to perform this task is I need 2 ellipse circles, so I made those and I added some color to them and I sized them by unlocking here. I sized them at 1.126 for the blue one and 0.11 for the red one. And this one is for an SS10 stone template, and this is for an SS6. Now, let me just say that it's just not to confuse you. If you are using a special type of rhinestone that isn't quite sized as I've sized these, maybe your SS10 rhinestones that you are using are a little bit bigger or smaller, just go ahead and change the dimensions of this little ellipse to whatever your stone is sized at, and it'll make your template perfect for you and personalize it further. So what I've done for each of these is I've gone ahead and sized it. This little word has to be sized at 144 points. And again, this one, if you remember, sizes at 135 points. Now, let's say we want to reduce the size of these different words. I'm going to give you a quick and easy way to do it right now. What you need to do is, I'm duplicating it just to give us a visual of what happens here. This one is sized at 211. A good rule of thumb that I found is if you reduce them about 30 points, you can get them down significantly in size. And then change your rhinestone to an SS6 stone so it's going to work well with the circles. It's going to make it a little smaller, and it's an easy conversion. So let's take this 211 and we're going to bring it down to 180 points. And I'm going to just change that to 180. And as you can see right off the bat, that's going to really decrease the size significantly of your design. So maybe you've got a smaller shirt, a women's tank top versus a t-shirt, and you just want a little smaller word. Now, go to Arrange and Convert to Curves, Ungroup, Combine, and break it apart. Now we have broken apart our circles, and we can start to manipulate them with one more quick step. We'll be done. open up your shaping tool here, highlight your 0.11 stone and select it with that red button. Highlight your word and hit this button here. And what happens is, I'm going to take away the outline on that color. What has happened is this tool took this little circle up here that is, by the way, in curves already. It's already been converted, and it has exchanged every one of the circles in here with this perfect little stone circle ready for cutting the templates. Now let's just take a little bit of a closer look at the design. And you're going to see that you've got a really nice design for cutting here. And let's go to the wireframe, take another quick look at it. And again, all these circles are all perfectly sized at 0.11. So we've reduced the size of that one. Let's try this one. This is a 144 point SS10 design. And we want to duplicate it again just to get an idea of where we're coming from. And I'm going to just go ahead and arbitrarily again pick 30 points down about. So this would bring it down to 114. And I'm going to just say 115. And I'm going to do a conversion, ungroup, combine, and break it apart. I'm going to grab that little SS stone, open up my shaping tool, mark it, grab the word and mark it again. And then I'm also going to take the take the outline off of that. And let's take a look at that under the normal microscope. So again, you've got a really nice little design all set to send to your cutter. I'm going to take this one circle out of there. Sometimes one of the circles might fly off of it. It doesn't mean much, and maybe it's trying to fit your design together. So that is ready for cutting. The last, and you can just see the difference in those two designs, quite a bit smaller. The last one we're going to do is sized at 135 points, and let's go ahead and reduce the size of that, again 30, and that's going to reduce it down to 105. So let's just do that right off the bat here, pull it over. And again, do your conversion to curves, ungroup, combine, break your curve apart, select your SS11 stone and mark it, select your word and mark it again. And now this is ready to cut, and it's quite a bit smaller than the original. So once again, you've got a really nice little design all ready to cut for an SS6 stone. Now just one quick note, if you want to go the other direction and make this design bigger, but beware that, like, this is already measuring 9 inches with SS6 stone. It's a little bit smaller. Oops, let's fix that. If you're going to go to an SS16 or a SS20, a big stone, maybe the back of a hoodie, you're going to be going the other direction in your point value. So whereas this is 211 points, you're going to just increase the point value and then make your circle over here to fit the bigger rhinestone and go through the same process that I've just gone through. Thank you for watching. This is video 2 for corelDRAW.